The MCU has had an extremely rough 2023 with poorly reviewed movies and shows, box office failures, and their inability to decide whether to keep Kang or go forward with Doctor Doom as their lead villain for the rest of the MCU. But today, Marvel has taken a step further in its decision as it has come out today that Jonathan Majors has officially been fired as Kang the Conqueror. So, a small update on the legal battles and everything that's been going on with Jonathan Majors. Back in around March, I believe is when it started, Jonathan Majors was given charges of assault and harassment from his ex-girlfriend. So there's a lot of debate online whether he was innocent or guilty. A lot of evidence kept coming out and people started to sway one way, then another way. And then a lot of questioning on how Marvel is going to deal with all of this. But what led to this decision to fire him? We're going to take a look at the Hollywood Reporter's article on this. I encourage you to find more sources on this as well. But Hollywood Reporter says Marvel drops Jonathan Majors after assault and harassment verdict. The actor starred as Kang the Conqueror and Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania and was poised to star in Avengers: The Kang Dynasty. On December 18th, a Manhattan jury found Majors guilty of reckless assault in the third degree and guilty of harassment following a 2-week trial that stemmed from a March incident between the actor and his ex-partner, Grace Jabari. Before his March arrest, Majors was positioned as the key figure in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, with the Disney-owned studio building its entire current story arc around Majors Kang the Conqueror. And that is exactly what we have seen, because Loki, we saw our first glimpse at him with He Who Remains, and then took a while to get to Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania to see him again, but in that movie, they really shaped him up. We saw the post-credit scene where we saw the Council of Kangs, and how there's an infinite amount of Jonathan Majors Kangs. And yeah, we have seen recasts before, and especially with multiverse variants, which we've seen in Spider-Man No Way Home, where multiple people can play the same character. So a recast is possible for all of this. But the thing I am a little skeptical on with a recast is the fact that the Council of Kangs showed so many different Kangs as Jonathan Majors. So when they've kind of established Majors as Kang, I don't know how they rebound from that, especially with Loki Season 2, where we saw Majors playing Victor Timely, and then we saw He Who Remains again in the finale. So just how they've built Kang up in the MCU, I don't know where they're going to go with this, because we've seen a lot of debate going around on mainly two ways they're going to come from this. And that is either recasting him or going with a new villain, which has been Doctor Doom, like heavily rumored. A lot of people have been saying the MCU has been in shambles for the entirety of Phase 4 and Phase 5. I wouldn't say it's in shambles. I'd say the MCU is in the trash compactor about to be incinerated. I think there's possibly a way they could come back, but this is a lot. And just to add to even more drama, according to the same article, Avengers 5, also known as Avengers: The Kang Dynasty, has a new title change. It is now just called Avengers 5. It has been reverted back to the original title. So it looks like they are steering away from Kang. We've seen the titles change a lot for MCU stuff, especially the Agatha show. So this isn't super surprising. Maybe they're temporarily changing the title so that way if they don't go with Kang, they can change it now. But if they do, then they're not stuck on Kang during the decision-making process. They don't feel like that, and they can always change back. So there's just a lot going on here, but that's my take on all of this. What are your thoughts on this? Comment below. What do you think is going to happen? Do you think they're going to recast Jonathan Majors? Are they going to go forward with a different villain? What are your thoughts on Avengers 5? But thank you all for watching. Make sure to hit the subscribe button, and goodbye.